Over the last decade, India's education ministry has rarely been out of the headlines. From campus protests and court interventions to textbook bans, paper leaks, and policy rollbacks, the ministry under the Narendra Modi government has remained under the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. 4 different ministers have led it since 2014: Smriti Irani, Prakash Javadekar, Ramesh Pokhriyal, and Dharmendra Pradhan. But the turbulence has remained constant. Here are the 8 major developments that have shaped and shaken the functioning of the Union Education Ministry. Number 1. Smriti Irani's contentious tenure. When Smriti Irani took charge of the then Human Resource Development Ministry in 2014, she began by scrapping Delhi University's 4-year university program. But it was in 2016 that she faced heat after Dalit scholar Rohit Vemula's death. Campuses across India erupted in protest. Irani questioned Vemula's caste certificate in parliament, sparking outrage. Soon after, student leaders at JNU were arrested on sedition charges. Amid mounting criticism, Irani was moved out of the ministry. Number 2. UGC Equity Rules 2026 stayed. After Irani, it has been Pradhan's tenure that has remained the most contentious. In January 2026, the Supreme Court stayed the UGC's Equity Regulations 2026, meant to address caste-based discrimination in higher education. The court observed that the rules were capable of misuse. The stay followed widespread protests against the BJP from upper caste groups, the party's core support base, and also saw resignations within the BJP and petitions being moved in court. Number 3. NCERT Class 8 textbook ban. Weeks later, the Supreme Court imposed a complete ban on an NCERT Class 8 social science textbook that mentioned corruption in judiciary. The court took suo motu cognizance and issued notices to ministry officials. NCERT later admitted the reference was inappropriate and called it an error of judgment. Once again, the ministry found itself on the back foot with Pradhan vowing action.
जब ही ये घटना मेरे सामने आई, मैं तुरंत ही एनसीईआरटी को निर्देश देके सारे किताबों को विड्रॉ करवाया। आगे वो ना जा पाए उसकी सारी चिंता किया और उसको विड्रॉ करने का निर्देश दिया। न्यायपालिका को कोई भी असम्मान करने का कोई उद्देश्य ही नहीं था, सरकार के उसमें कतई उद्देश्य नहीं था। जो घटना हुई है उसको हम गंभीरता से लेते हैं। एनसीईआरटी के ऊपर उसको और इंक्वायरी किया जाएगा। जो भी व्यक्ति उसमें से उस किताब को बनवाने में, उस चैप्टर को बनवाने में संलग्न है, उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाएगी।
Number 4. Draft UGC Rules 2025 and Federal Tussle. In 2025, draft UGC regulations propose expanding the role of governors in appointing vice-chancellors. 7 opposition rule states passed a joint resolution opposing the move, calling it a violation of federal principles. Following backlash, the centre extended the deadline for feedback. The final rules are still awaited. Number 5. NEET, UGC NET and the NTA crisis. In 2024, the UGC NET examination was cancelled after a paper leak. Attention turned to the National Testing Agency, which conducted major exams including NEET and JEE. A parliamentary committee report revealed that 5 out of 14 exams conducted in 2024 faced serious issues, from leaks to postponed results. The committee said that the NTA needs to quickly get its act together. Number 6. Allegations of saffronization in textbooks. Under Prakash Javadekar, syllabus rationalization was introduced to reduce academic burden. But critics accused the government of rewriting history. Chapters on the Mughal Empire, the 2002 Gujarat riots, and Darwin's theory of evolution were dropped or revised. Later revisions highlighting the Ram Janmabhoomi movement and deleting references to the Babri Masjid demolition reignited criticism. Number 7. Decline of government schools, rise of private institutions. Government data shows a decline in the number of government schools over the past decade. While private schools have increased significantly, the number of government schools declined from 11,07,101 in 2014 to 10,17,660 in 2023-24. While the number of private schools increased by 42,944 from 2,88,164 to 3,31,108 during the same period. In higher education too, private universities have grown rapidly, rising to 407 in 2019-20 from 276 in 2015-16 according to the All India Survey of Higher Education 2019-20. A parliamentary standing committee report last year warned of a retreat from public education, noting increasing reliance on contractual staff. Meanwhile, the promise to raise education spending to 6% of GDP remains unfulfilled. Number 8. NEP and the Hindi imposition debate. The national education policy's three-language formula has sparked strong opposition from states like Tamil Nadu and Kerala. While the union government insists no language will be enforced, opposition states have argued the policy indirectly advances Hindi. All this leads us to ask, is education becoming a casualty to politics under the Modi government? Is the Modi government using education as its political tool? How will this impact India in the long run? You can head over to the Wire's website to read the full report.